Playoffs. Playoffs. We're talking playoffs.
It's like one of my favorite rants. That might be my favorite rant of all time.
I'm pretty sure if we had to do a Pete Duke's top 20 favorite rants, that's like 1 through 18, and the Allen Iverson one is the other two.
You know what? The Allen Iverson, but the funny thing about the Allen Iverson one is, yeah, that thing is starting up live, man. It's pretty cool. But the thing about the Allen Iverson one is that I didn't even think it was like I felt him. I was with him on it, but it's just the way he delivered it.
You weren't with Jim Moore?
No, I wasn't with Jim. I was with Jim Moore, but like I said, as soon as he finished that, the first thing that came to my mind is I was like, they're gonna fire this dude. I was like, they're gonna fire this dude. He's done. Especially when he called Peyton Manning. You talk about all-time rants. You got to put my Peyton Manning up there about the liquored up kicker, and
I don't even qualify that as a rant. That was a retort.
And then when Jim Moore called out Peyton for throwing all those picks, and he was on his radio show the next day, and they said Peyton Manning, what he said, they asked me if I'm upset after hearing what Jim Moore said about throwing all of. You damn right, I'm upset. I was like, Peyton is mad. He's been in the league 3 years and he already feel. Anyway, man, don't start me up, man. That's just good, boy. Oh, sheesh, that hurt already. Shoot, man. We can talk about these. What's the games today? I'm so far.
I know, right? I know. Patriots and Ravens. Joe playoffs. And
Joe Broadway.
Joey playoff.
Joe playoffs, boy. Flacco.
Joey playoff.
Oh, that's Lonice.
And Carolina and Seattle. That's the.
What game is first?
Hello.
I think
Hey. What's the first playoff game today?
The first playoff game is it's Ravens and the Patriots. Panthers have the late game today.
The Panthers and Panthers in Seattle tonight. Dang, they messing up my man. See, I was hoping the Ravens game was tonight. I was gonna go out to the movies.
The Ravens come on because hold on. It's either 4:30.
Who are you gonna go see?
I don't know, but 4:35 is actually kickoff because I set my DVR for it because I have to work. It's from 4:35 until 8, and then the Panthers kick off at 8 o'clock.
I don't have any interest in the Ravens-Patriots game. Only just
I understand that.
I don't know something. I don't know.
Selma, what are you going to see?
Selma, anything. Frozen.
Which I heard Annie is good. Don't get me wrong.
Frozen at the Dollar Movie. Something. I gotta.
Oh Lord, not Frozen at the Dollar Movie. Is Frozen even at the Dollar Movie? Isn't that on DVD now or something?
I don't know.
Frozen is everywhere. Frozen, I tell you. As the father of two girls, Frozen is everywhere. Frozen is on my DVR.
I bet you Frozen will be better than the Ravens Patriots game. I ain't watching. Anyway, let me stop. I'm gonna stop being a hater. I'm not a hater.
Stop being a hater. Hater in the hell.
Ravens Patriots game.
What's gonna happen, man? Is T Sizzle gonna get up and Brady? Well, I'm sorry, he didn't want to mention Tom Brady's name this week as he was doing his interview.
Yeah, but they said they're not insulting each other outright now or something like that.
Yeah, like they were being nice because Brady said that Suggs was a great player, something.
Said he was phenomenal.
Okay.
T Suggs is phenomenal.
He's killing him with kindness.
The funny thing about it is they've been in the league so long, it don't even matter. Like, Richard Sherman's, all this stuff is fresh because he's not been here that long. So it's all Tom Brady.
Is that what we call it?
But what I'm saying is Tom Brady and Terrell Suggs going at it. We've seen this act for like 8-9 years now. What's the big deal?
Oh, let me apologize for putting myself together while we record. I got to be at work at 11:30. So.
Putting yourself together. Oh, you talking
Yeah,
about
I'm putting my jewelry on and stuff here, my earrings. Normally I'm more together than this, but it's like, I need to get on.
Yeah, it's all good. It is all good. Yeah,
It's Saturday morning.
I feel that the Raiders. Sorry.
I was like, they winning today? Because that's going to be news.
There we go.
That's going to be news.
That's really going to be news. That's it. All I'm saying is, I think I would not be surprised.
Bold prediction.
I would not be surprised if Joey Football outdo Mr. Brady today.
You can't call him Joey Football.
Okay, what we got to call him? Joe Football? It's Joe Football.
You can call him Joe Playoffs, Joe
Playoffs.
Joe Playoffs is better.
Broadway. Yeah. What did I call him?
You can't call him Broadway.
You called him Bart.
Bart Montana.
You called him Bart Montana.
Bart Montana, which is good.
Only in the playoffs.
Let's go with Bart Montana. That dude. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what's gonna be the best? The only reason I might watch it, because I keep forgetting my favorite player does play for the Ravens now.
That's right.
I might have to watch Steve Smith.
That's right. You gotta watch Steve Smith tonight
against Darrelle Revis. What Steve Smith say? Where everybody talking, I shouldn't even line up tonight. He was like, the way they talking about Revis, I shouldn't even line up tonight.
You shouldn't even come out the locker room, man. Just matter of fact, don't even get on the plane. Just stay in Baltimore.
Just stay in Baltimore. They don't need you. You're going to be irrelevant, sir.
Yeah, just head on to your summer home in, is it LA or is it Charlotte? Wherever.
No. Family's still in Charlotte.
I know. And he got a house in back at the crib, back in the Cali. But yeah, man, I'm just going to watch it, man. I'll watch it a little bit of it.
The Patriots match up better with them this year than they have in the previous 4 years or so.
I think yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they can actually cover this year.
Who, the Patriots?
Yeah, they can cover some guys this year.
They can cover.
Well, they haven't been able to cover in about 4 years.
But my point is, I'm not a big fan of their pass rush. So they better cover for a long time.
Well, that's fine. I mean,
and if one thing we know that Bart Montana can do, if you give him a little bit of time, he will throw that thing out there. So I'm just not a big. I think the Patriots, if they don't get any pass rush, it ain't gonna matter how long Revis covers somebody. You can't cover nobody for 7. Well,
I just said better. I didn't say it's going to be the determining factor here.
But
I mean, it is an exceedingly, but at the same time, the Ravens do have coverage issues, and the Patriots probably have their healthiest receiving core
in a long time. Well,
in quite a while. So,
but see, the opposite of that is I am a big fan of the Ravens pass rush. So the secondary doesn't have
better rush, because
that's what I'm saying.
If they don't get there,
that's what I tell people.
That's what I tell people. I was like, if you bring the rush, you've got to get there. Brady and Peyton Mannings of the world and your Aaron Rodgers. It's great to send somebody. If they don't get there, that is useless.
But here's the thing. I mean, maybe the Steelers' offensive line is a little bit weaker than the Patriots, but the way that the Dolphins play the Patriots this year, Dolphins reference. Oh, watch out. The way that the Dolphins play, the only thing we had was pass rush.
Not in the mix.
I mean, we helped them. We helped them get there. We lost them. So what I'm saying is, we had a pass rush, and we knew that was the only thing going into the game. And when we got there, like you said, it was all great. But when we didn't get there, it wasn't. I'm curious to see, relative to the weapons that the Patriots have, how they're going to use. I mean, how those guys are going to step up. Because for some reason, Danny Amendola was actually catching passes the last few weeks. So that's interesting now. So he's actually a weapon again. They always got Chamberlain.
Protection program before.
Man, he was. I don't know where he was. I'm about to say. I didn't know what. I didn't know he got. I was like, what? Danny Amendola catching passes?
Well, no, I'm still trying to. Wait a minute. I'm still trying to get over Brandon LaFell catching passes.
But Brandon LaFell caught passes last year. He wasn't like he was missing in action. He just only got a few balls thrown. So Danny Amendola was supposed to be the replacement for Welker.
But we know Danny Amendola usually can't get out from in front of the X-ray machine.
Understood. But tell that the Belichick he signed him. Tell that the Belichick he signed him.
Right. We know that. However, they signed him, and immediately he went to the injured reserve list.
I mean, immediately, like
which is where they found him in the first place.
So
true.
Brady's probably scared to throw to him at one point. He's probably scared he'll break his hands or something, or fingers or something, be out. But anyway,
so they saved him for the playoffs. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what they look like they did.
They saved him for the playoffs, and so now he's like, if I can get one good game out of him,
until playoffs.
He needs two. He needs 2 good games. Just 2. They ain't gonna need him if they get to the Super Bowl. They ain't gonna need him in the Super Bowl. But if we get 2 games out of them, get there. Let's go. Ravens. I mean, what's your take though?
But I feel like you're rolling the dice if you're asking for 2 good games for Amendola, because
I don't want to. I don't really want to.
If it plays this week, then next week, if they win, next week for sure, he's already going to be gimpy. Because he's not gonna come out of this game 100%. Because dude is fragile.
Yeah, he's gonna get beat up by the end zone or something if he plays tonight.
He's gonna get beat up by breathing.
The goalpost is going,
stress him every time he takes a breath. He's gonna stress this
the dog running up and down the ramp to the locker room. Right. So, I'm gonna throw out 2 facts because we're still talking, Joe playoffs, whose regular season rating. You'll love this, Lonice. Joe Flacco's regular season rating this year. Mm-hmm. Regular season passing rating, quarterback rating.
Okay.
The same as Jay Cutler's.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but again, when it gets to the playoffs, he hulks up, man. I mean,
He hulks up. He
I don't want to. I don't really
want deer antler juice on it, and then he mans up.
And he runs some moose antler juice on himself or something. I don't know what he do. But
moose
I'm not going there.
Yeah,
come on, man. Really?
I'm not going there.
Have y'all seen a moose? Have y'all ever seen a moose? Yeah, exactly. So
I've seen a moose, and thus the reason we're not fooling with you.
Right. So
okay, well we got a little.
I'm trying to get on the Joe playoffs here, man. I don't want to go against Joe playoffs, but shoot, it's like the Patriots are due or something.
You think so?
You think?
I don't want to think so, but I'm inclined to think so.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not. There's no money on this, so I don't feel that bad. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Nah, I mean, if I'm being me,
I want to go with the Ravens.
I'll probably go with the Patriots, man.
See how it goes?
Man, I can't just be like, oh, the Patriots are gonna win. It's gotta be painful to pick them. I'm a Dolphins fan.
I didn't say that you had to like it.
Didn't say you had to like it.
All right. I give Brady by a field goal, man. I don't think it's gonna be any type of blowout, though. I think it's gonna be a boring game.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout either.
Yeah, a couple touchdowns here and there. I'm going like 20-17 or something like that. That's what I'm gonna roll with. 20-17 Patriots.
I'm gonna go 24-21 Ravens.
Thank you, Lonice. Somebody pick them because I
24-21 Ravens.
I'm 20
on scores. I ain't even doing that. Go ahead, throw the score.
Throw a score, man. Throw a score out there.
Come on, Prev. Get in there.
Come on, Stephen A.
Throw the score.
Skip Bayless.
Write it down.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah, y'all write it down. I ain't gonna write it down.
I'm go. We'll just check. I know. Right? We'll just check the tape.
I'm gonna say. Yeah. Don't write it down. Okay. Shoot. 21-13 Patriots.
You might be closer to me. Yeah, man. Oh man. So Carolina and Seattle. Talk about it. I mean, this might be a boring game too, but I kind of want to see it. I gotta see it.
You know how every divisional round, you always have that freaky blowout game that you don't see coming. Or this doesn't happen every year, but it happens like 2 out of every 3 years. You get that freaky blowout divisional game where you're expecting a defensive standoff and the slobber knocking and all that stuff.
And all of a sudden, the floodgates open and somebody puts up 50.
Floodgates open. I just was thinking this week the capacity existed for the bottom to fall out. The Panthers' offensive line remembers who they are. Seahawks' defensive line remembers who they are. Though I could be wrong. If I had to call that freak blowout, I think this is the one.
Maybe.
It could be a freak blowout. Might not be as entertaining as we anticipate, but
yeah. Seahawks just drinking those, coffee and redwood tree smoothies.
Let me just be clear for the record. Living here in Charlotte with the delusional, obnoxious Panther fans.
Oh, yeah.
Any Panther loss, entertaining. I'ma take it.
That's terrible. That is so
Hey
terrible.
man, Monday morning, bright and early, dude has rolled into the apartment. He has done Cool Mo D, How You Like Me Now. He has started singing Super Bowl. He was like, we are the champions. I mean, he has given us a full-on production from the beginning of the department.
Did he have his own dance?
He was getting it all the way down the department. I was like, is he serious? And he is high-fiving people. Y'all gonna give me some for the Panthers? Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. I was like, stop.
Wow.
Stop. Bring it down the pad. I was like, you're going to Seattle this week. Doesn't matter. We Seattle.
Uh-oh.
We got
Didn't put it away.
Got the babies.
You tell Paige something unfortunate is going to happen if y'all don't clean up.
Not something unfortunate.
Yeah. It's all on tape.
It's all on tape.
It's all on tape.
Here's my take on it. I honestly think that the Carolina's defense has found their groove. I think they will. I think they will keep the Panthers in the game long enough for something odd to happen. But is that one odd thing gonna be enough for Cam Newton to take advantage? He wasn't throwing the ball that great. He ran the ball great. He looks a little healthier. He looks okay. But he's going to have to actually make...
He got dinged up in last week's game, and they kept him playing even though they didn't need him.
Well, he's going to have to...
I don't think they really understood that they didn't need him. Because even as bad as last week...
conundrum.
No, I mean, it was still close to half. Even though one team was already dead. It was still close to half.
No, they had a 2-touchdown lead, and it was like
near
the end of the third.
13 to 10 and a half.
What are you talking about? The game this past weekend?
No, this past weekend when he got hurt though. But when he got at the half, it was close. But in the third quarter, when he got hurt again on the leg piece and was gimpy, they were up by 2 touchdowns. They clearly didn't need him anymore. Go ahead and put Derek Anderson in.
They clearly didn't need him. I don't think the coaching even realized they didn't need him. They're just like, we're not used to scoring this many points.
Well, but the point I'm getting
not sure we really did score this many points, but that's what the scoreboard said.
But the point I'm saying is gimpy or not, you don't have to throw to win. They're not going to let him
no
run.
question.
No question. And so the question is, can he make that throw or that throw? Because they're gonna let him dink it off down in 2 yards to Greg Olsen.
And are his receivers gonna be there?
That's what I'm getting to now.
He overthrew several of them last week, but there were a couple of them where they were right there, and dudes were like, "I'm not catching that." What?
Exactly.
What?
And that was the somewhat overrated Cardinal defense. Now you going up against legit LOB. Yeah, let's see what the receivers.
Well, they were legit, and we would hope that they show up so we can see if it's still Legion of Boom. You hate to have that flat performance.
But what I'm saying,
because you can't.
But the receivers on Carolina aren't even good enough to make them look bad. They're not good enough to make them look bad.
Well, here's what I'm saying. It's like
we can get 80% of LOB and it'll be enough.
But Pete, what do we always say? We talk about after the fact. when you sit around and have the discussion that we're having now, the one thing you can't handicap is, do they show up?
I mean, I get that, but it's Seattle at home in the playoffs. They are going to show up. The question is Marshawn Lynch going to show up?
Right. Now here's the thing, Prev, you can't handicap if they're going to show up. But when we're having these discussions, there are certain teams that you feel good about banking on they're going to show up.
I feel good about Seattle's defense.
Defense
feels good about Seattle's
showing up. And
the offense, like I said,
I feel real good about them showing up.
Will Marshawn Lynch show up? That's the only question I think of the day.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me ask you this.
I'm not confident in that one, Pete. I don't feel good putting anything on that.
Hold on, Pete. When you say will he show up, do you mean will he actually be at the locker room stall changing clothes?
Will this dude be on the field somewhere? Would we be able to see him eating Skittles or something? That's my dude and all. But Marshawn be on his own.
Will he show up?
He be on his own thing, man.
Marshawn be on his Ricky Williams. Marshawn be on his Ricky Williams.
Marshawn be like, yeah, my stomach hurt, man. Y'all got this. Oh, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like playing now. Hold on. and then go out there and ball out. That's what gets me. Then he go out there and just ball out. Oh, you can't forget about
let me get the best run y'all seen since Barry Sanders retired.
Oh, by the way, don't forget about Angry Doug. Angry Doug.
Against not the best secondary in the league.
I guess I'll go Seattle 23-10. Dang. I kind of want Carolina to win, but I'm gonna go Seattle 23-10. I think they'll pull away in the fourth quarter. It'll be a close game all the way up to about at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Seattle will make a play. What you think?
30-17 Seattle.
Oh, you can get Seattle 30 points? Ooh. Yeesh. Sorry, you said on that freaking blowout.
You mentioned Angry Doug, and I just got to thinking.
Angry Doug. I'll put it in.
You mentioned Angry Doug, and I got to thinking that one breakaway run through about 5 people touchdown.
That's Doug Baldwin, people.
Well, and I feel like there's going to be one big Russell Wilson run play too that they're not going to be able to get a hold on. So I feel good about Prev's 30 points.
Wow. Prev didn't even feel that good about it.
I feel good about the 30 points. I do. I feel good about it. However, I'm not going to take 30. I'm going to go. Okay. I feel good about it. Not going to take it. I'm going to be close, though. I say Seattle 27, Carolina 10.
Okay. All right. I like that better, too.
What did I say? I forgot. 23-10. That's what I said.
23-10.
Yeah, I don't think Seattle. I don't think Seattle gonna need to score that many. I think they're gonna be like, we don't need that. It's just.
We'll just stop here.
Yeah.
They're done.
I think that's
here. You're gonna be like, stop the bleeding here.
Yeah. We'll stop.
Yeah. You talk about your blowout game. I mean, if there's a blowout game, that freakish blowout game, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't be surprised.
Oh,
Green Bay put 50 on Dallas. Don't be surprised.
And again,
I can't go with that.
Things that are going to make me happy this weekend: a Carolina loss, a Cowboys loss.
And I'm saying it a little far fetched.
I can't go with that one.
But no, you don't. Oh, man, look, Dallas defense has been smoking mirrors all year. Y'all know that.
Yeah, they have been.
Oh yeah.
Green Bay don't get down at home. So you already know Dallas is going to have to come back at one point. They don't get this.
Oh, yeah.
This is not that Green Bay team from a few years ago that's going to get beat.
Don't get me wrong. Although the Cowboy fans have felt like Santa Claus has come early for 2015 since Aaron Rodgers has a tear in his calf. I was like, it don't matter. I don't matter. Wooden leg in a kickstand. Aaron Rodgers is playing, and he doesn't need to run to beat you. He can do it in the pocket. They're like, we got a good pass rush. Y'all got to get there. There is
one X factor, and I use the term X for a reason. One X factor in this game that could keep it this close and not even win, and that's them 88. But other than that, I'm not a believer. I know DeMarco Murray can run and all that, but you're gonna have to run to catch up. I mean, I don't know, Prev. I think Packers got a good chance of beating these boys by 20. I mean, that's what I see it.
I think it's gonna be kind of fairly close. I said the other night.
You don't like the Packers defense, though. You don't like their defense at all.
I don't like the Packers defense, and to be honest, I'm going opposite of Lonice. I was like, if Aaron can't move around in the pocket, and he's having some issues throwing off the back leg, if that leg stiffen up in the second quarter,
y'all falling for that?
They've been able to. Huh?
He ain't hurt.
You saying he ain't hurt? You saying oh, that's right. You said he was playing possum.
You're playing possum.
He's been off a week. He ain't hurt. Did you see what he did in the last game? He ain't hurt.
Look, wait. After he left and then came back.
I'm like Skip Bayless. I don't think he ain't that bad.
You don't believe he's hurt? Okay.
Not that bad.
Okay.
I just said if he's really hurt.
Oh, I mean,
I think he might be hurt, but he's not
really hurt.
He's hurt, but he's not injured.
We doing a program? Are you injured or are you hurt?
He's not.
Are you injured or are you hurt?
What's the difference, Coach?
Because if you're injured, you can't play.
Injured, you can't play.
You're hurt.
You can play. I'm hurt, Coach.
I'm just hurt, Coach. I think I'm just hurt. Okay. Well, yeah, he's hurt. He's not injured. And as long as Aaron Rodgers isn't injured,
Prev said if that leg stiffen up.
Like I said, and it's
hey, look,
he's walking like he got a wood leg and a kickstand, and I'm okay with that. But a wood leg and a kickstand, again, Coach.
Prev said if that leg stiffen up, man, you got me a business. It did stiffen up. Look, it did stiffen up.
Doing the Michael Jackson zombie dance if his legs stiffen up. It
did stiffen up, and he threw a 5 or 6 yard touchdown pass the car, but it stiffened up.
Yeah.
This dude,
and then went out and then came back.
What was the score of that game again against Detroit, though?
I can't remember. They right now.
Did they blow him out?
No,
they didn't blow him out. But man, Detroit had the #1 defense in the league. Stop it. This is Dallas.
And Detroit can't. And how many points has Detroit scored lately? In the last since the second half.
No, that ain't the point.
They can't score either. They couldn't score against the Cowboys.
The definition of a blowout is a discrepancy of point to point. It's not how many points you score. It's if I score a lot more than you. So what I'm saying is, do you believe Dallas is going to score enough points against the Packers defense to stay close enough that the Packers can't score enough against theirs? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I don't. I think the Packers will put up 40. That's simple, and the Dallas will put up a 20. I mean, Dallas is going to score, but I don't think they're going to score that much. I just don't.
I can see it something like 20-17. I mean,
20-17.
20-17.
And neither one of them. It must go snow for that. If it snows, both of them teams capable of scoring 20 in a quarter. I ain't going that low, bro.
So
is this your opposite game? When we think it's going to be a lot of points, is this your I don't want to watch game kind of?
I don't know if I got a I don't want to watch game like you do.
You're right.
As I'm saying, I don't know if I got one. I don't. On the other hand, I'm gonna be kind of busy, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch.
I wish I could throw something at you right now. But I might not be. I might watch it again.
Try and watch it.
I'm gonna try to watch, but it might just be noise background. I don't know.
At least think she's going to work. I mean, I get that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be at work for the first game. I'm gonna be at work
on your phone.
No. My department is right by the break room. I go ahead and run around the corner and check the score. They hate me when they're on lunch because I go ahead and I run back there and I be like, hold on, I need to change the channel to check the score. They're like, really? Yes, really.
Watch me back up.
I'm mad you know that commercial by heart. Okay.
Hey, Eli's my dude, man. Eli is my dude.
I'm mad you know that commercial by heart. That's the problem.
I like Eli's commercial in his football game. But anyway.
Right now, so does Eli.
So do the Giants.
So what's the last game? We got the last game. The Broncos and Colts.
Wait, we didn't call the scores for the Packers game, did we?
I called the score.
I didn't get my score.
I didn't like Prev.
Okay.
I didn't like
I
Prev.
thought the score Pete didn't like it.
What's your score, Lonice? What's yours?
Okay, my score, I got Packers 42, Cowboys 34.
Okay, you going that? I'm going 30. Well, I guess it won't be quite. Let me think. I'm going 38-21. 38-21. And the Packers were down the ball and have a chance to kick a field goal, and they would be like, you know what? We don't even need it. Going off, taking out 38 points and going up to Seattle. So, maybe this time Aaron Rodgers will throw at Richard Sherman. Yeah. Now, when we get to that game, we can talk about something a little different. But anyway, the Broncos and the Colts. What are we doing here? Broncos and Colts. I like Andrew Luck. I like the Colts. I like Peyton.
We want to hug Andrew Luck.
I don't. I
Take him
can't
to our
stand
barber.
I can't stand Andrew Luck.
But he didn't choose his voice.
380! 380!
That doesn't even bother me. It's his regular talking that bothers me. When he starts talking,
I gotta play better. I mean, you know,
We all
I
know
gotta play better. I mean, you know, we got Reggie. You know, Ty. And I don't know, man. I don't even know how to call this game. I mean, the Colts defense.
Voice is terrible.
The Colts defense. Well, I mean, you know what? But he ain't too far from Peyton Manning. So I mean, anyway. So I don't know, because the Colts defense, just when you think they're not going to do anything, they do something.
That was last week, though.
True.
But the year they actually won the Super Bowl, they had one of the worst defenses in the league.
Okay, we're comparing that team?
No, well, what I'm saying is, Prev, is just like any other team that gets hot. Their defense has played well the last couple of weeks. So
I can't even recall what I saw last week hot. That was the Bengals.
Yeah, that was the Bengals without AJ Green and
Gresham and your
Gresham
boy
and yes,
and the coach. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I give you that. So I guess we're saying the Broncos are going to win.
They were just kind of easy to cover. That's all.
Is there anything to analyze?
What I'm saying is that I don't think it's going to be like that big of a struggle, if you will. Like defensively, I can't go off of last week's performance to be like, oh, they really stand a chance against stopping the Broncos. I can say, well, they might get lucky because last week that's luck. That's not hot because last week
I call it luck.
Hot. Like last week, they weren't hot. They ran up on a perfect storm where they didn't really have to stop anybody that was noteworthy because all you had was Andy Dalton, and he's not noteworthy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they had they had to stop Jeremy Hill, and they didn't give him the ball after halftime. So
well, they didn't stop him though. The coaches did.
Right, exactly.
So the Colts didn't have anything to do with that.
I don't think
we're not saying Andy Dalton is not Peyton Manning.
Well, we're definitely saying Andy Dalton is not Peyton Manning. That's
I don't have to say that. All I'm going to say is I don't think that.
He's not even Carson Palmer.
If C.J. Anderson is having a decent day in the first half, they're probably not going to just arbitrarily stop giving him the ball. That's just a guess.
So you're going to have to continue to stop the run, which means you'll have to continue to play honest defense. And because the coach is not going to make it easy for you in Denver.
And here's what I mean. We can say we want to say about Peyton Manning. I put it. Okay, I'm going to say this too. We can say we want to say about Peyton Manning, but my observation on the entire season is the only thing that has stopped Emmanuel Sanders all year long has been the ball not quite getting to him.
And a concussion. That's about
it. And a concussion, and he didn't even miss the game. Yeah, and he didn't even miss a game over it.
Right.
Because I sure had him out that day, and he played and scored a touchdown. So my point is, again, this ain't the Bengals receiving core they're playing against.
Okay. Right. So let's not beat it down anymore. This is so we had the unexpected blowout, which is my Packer game. This is my expected. This is my expected blowout.
Okay.
I don't even think. I think the game is over in the first half.
As opposed to the unexpected blowout.
Right. There's a lot of Dallas fans, and I could be wrong. Dallas might go in there and beat the Packers, but I kind of have an unexpected
blasphemy.
Thing.
Shut your mouth.
But I don't think
blasphemy.
I think of all the games, even with Carolina, Seattle, I think of all the games. I think this is the one game everybody's looking at going. I don't think.
If I miss this one, I'm not really gonna miss it because
I really think
well
people think the Colts are not going to be able to hang. I mean, it's not going to.
So this is the Mike Tyson, Mike Spinks game of the weekend.
If I had to bet on the 4, I would, because nobody would be surprised if you looked up, and even though it could be a blowout, nobody would be surprised if Carolina lost by 3 points in Seattle. I mean, they played Seattle tough the last couple of years, so nobody would be. And you might get rain. Both teams run the ball.
Might be fall.
Kelvin Benjamin might catch a bomb over. I mean, it's just the Colts ain't gonna. The Colts ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna have nothing against these boys, man. The Broncos on their game in the first quarter, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is an absolute wrap. The Broncos
saying the only thing that's gonna stop the Broncos is the Broncos.
Just being flat. Just being flat in the first quarter of the series.
Once they get flat, I don't think the defense is going to be flat.
Well, here's the key though. We've seen the Broncos do this. This is what we've seen the Broncos do time and time again the last couple of years. We've seen them come out 3 and out with a couple of the penalty, come out bad snap, another penalty, 3 and out, and then they score 5 straight possessions. Well, you see what I'm saying? I mean, well, what I'm saying, but I've seen them do it in the second half, they've been running the ball more, so it's more ball control for them. But what I'm saying is we've seen them get down 3-zip, like you said, the defense hold field goal, and then come out, and next thing you know, the game is 28-10. You know, 35-10, just like that, because they scored 5 straight possessions. That's the kind of game I expect to see on this one. Yeah, they might go 1-3 and out on the first possession, and then the Colts ain't gonna have nothing for them.
So to reiterate, this is the expected blowout, as opposed to the Panther, in his Pete's mind, and I guess I could agree with that, as opposed to the Panthers Seattle, which I call the potentially unexpected blowout.
Your unexpected blowout is the Panthers Seattle. My unexpected blowout is the Packers. The Packers game.
All right, can we move to the college game?
Yeah, because Lonice got to go to work.
Wait, hold on. Don't we have to do the scores for the Broncos game? We just said it's going to be a blowout. Nobody gave a score.
Oh, I gave a score. I didn't give a score?
No, you didn't give a score. You just said it's going to be a lot.
I thought I said. Oh no, I didn't give a score.
You didn't give a score.
No,
I give the Colts a garbage touchdown, get up to 21. I'll go 44-21.
Okay.
I won't give either team that high a score. It'll just be a one-sided game, something like 31-10 or something like that.
I'm gonna go 37. I'm gonna go 37-17.
There it is. College playoff game. Ohio State.
College playoff game.
Oregon. The Duckies. Ohio State. Oh damn. Is there another one?
It's the school that ESPN is rooting like, get out to win. I know that.
I'm about to say that. Another one? The Ohio. What's the other one?
Ohio University.
It ain't Ohio State.
I know that, but that's why they stay the.
Yeah. Whatever.
I know somebody that went to Ohio University. That's what she said.
I have to root on pure principle because I am a hater, and I have not gotten over the championship that Ohio State took from my boys.
Fair enough.
I'm rooting pure principle on Mariota, even though I am not a firm believer that Mariota is going to be the next good quarterback in the pros.
Oh, he's not. No.
I'm going with
the Ducky. A firm believer. You can be a casual believer on that.
I like the Ducky, man. I want the Ducky in the airport to get his trip to Disney World. I want him to stop waiting in the lobby in the airport.
And he always looks so lonely when he's at work, looking out the window.
Looking at his cousin.
Looking out at his boys playing, frolicking in the lake.
The Ducky,
yes.
Yeah,
and to be quite honest, I'm gonna go for Oregon because you feel better when you lose to the eventual champion.
I never felt that way. No,
I never felt that way anyway. But
I
feel.
I don't either.
I understand where you're going with that, but I don't.
I don't either. But that's what people tell me. They're like, no, you'll feel better if you lose to the eventual champion. No, you don't.
No, that's
not
true.
That's not true. We lost. That's not true.
If you want to root for your conference and you have another clean team in a conference in there, I get that. But
nope, I don't even do that. That's what I'm saying. When A&T doesn't win the MEAC conference, unless I think the other team is just going to flat out win, they got a good matchup in the playoffs. I think they can win that game. So I'm like, my belief is that they win. Otherwise, screw them. I ain't rooting for you.
Well, I'm going to say it like this. I think the Ducks are going to put up 40, at least 40. I think Ohio State will put up. I think it's going to be, that one will be close, and then it'll. I don't even know if it's going to be close. What has Ohio State got in the hand with the boys, man? Yeah, it is a tough one, man. Because Urban Meyer ain't no punk as far as defending this whole spread speed thing. It ain't like he didn't run a version of it at Utah, but
a version of it at Florida.
Yeah, so I got to give him a little bit of credit that he gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? And is Oregon defense really that good, or are they just optimistic? They just
they're opportunistic. Just like, is Ohio State's defense really that good? No, they're opportunistic too. That's any team that's any college defense these days that manages to keep somebody under 27 points or whatever. They get some turnovers. Who's more
prone to turn the ball over, Ohio State or Oregon? Who's more prone to turn the ball over? Who might turn the ball over?
Ohio State.
Ohio
State may give you a couple early, one early.
Okay. So I'll go 45 to 31 or 30. I go 45-35 Oregon. I think they'll beat it. I'm gonna go 45-35 or something wacky like that. 44-34.
Because it's college football, and I don't really ever believe that anybody packs defense per se in college football. I'm gonna go 48-42.
Yeah.
Oregon, by the way, 48-42 Oregon.
Yeah, the Duckies.
And not really.
I can even see this thing going into overtime.
Make me feel better to lose to the eventual championship, just because I think
I could see me going into overtime at like 31-31, and then.
If it goes in overtime, I won't see it here because I'm going to sleep.
I was saying we'd be up at 3 o'clock, and somebody be up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching that.
Heck no.
But what about the homeboy?
Yeah, it's not my team, so I'm going to bed. It won't be like last year.
What about homeboy's suspension, Carrington?
All right.
The Oregon receiver, any impact at all?
You talking about who's that for the Ducks?
Yeah, they made the trip without their number 2 receiver.
No. Oh, really?
No.
Yeah.
No impact. No impact. Name another receiver. You say the number 2 receiver
he was the first receiver, right?
I was about to say like he was in a discussion for getting drafted in the first round.
He wasn't because he's a sophomore, but I'm just saying, yeah.
I'm saying if you put Petey Dukes out there with about 2 weeks of practice, I'm gonna catch 5 balls in that offense. Come on, man.
I threw it out there.
I'm saying that offense is just
great. Scores, so we already agreed that I just threw it out there.
Although they show just real one quick. I don't know, maybe pull up the YouTube. I don't know if they got it on YouTube, but Brian Greasy showing the Oregon play where they have 4 options in one play, and most plays do, but it's like. They and you can imagine how football. They lined up on both sides of the ball, double stack receivers. So 2 receivers stacked on this side, 2 receivers stacked on this side with a running back. The ball snaps. He goes into the fake to the running back, reads the defensive end. If the defensive end crashes, well, first of all, the first option is to turn and throw the screen. They had both receivers stay put on that was stacked as screen options. So that's option 1. Then he said option 2, of course, is to hand it off to the running back on the dive. Option 3, the DN crashes. Mariota goes around the end. But then he said, wait a minute. Look at this option 4. He said when he turn around and go around the end, he said if the D-backs and the safeties bite, this dude got an option pitch to the receiver that was waiting on the screen pass. Brian Greasy, hold up, Prev. Brian Greasy, I know he showed it. If Brian Greasy lost his professionalism, he said, "Man, that's just so daggone wicked." I said, that is funny.
But you know what's funny?
He was like, I don't want any parts of that. If I'm a defensive coordinator, that's just so daggone wicked. That's unfair.
Not I don't want any parts of that.
You know what though? People act like this is like completely foreign. If you played a wing T team in high school football in the mid '80s, you saw a variant of that.
Right, Prev, but what I'm saying
I happened to play in a district where nobody was really all that good, so the ball would hit the ground every once in a while.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. We understand that, but the key to the whole thing is you got Mariota, you got 4.3 speed, and then you got this dude with 4.3 speed, and oh, by the way, the intelligence. So it's not that it's not as foreign, it's just the fact that they're running it with these top class athletes. That's the unfairness.
I mean,
I was like,
I gotta tap out.
She's gotta go.
She's tapping out.
I gotta go. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
RKO.
RKO.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. That's my boy right there.
That's my dude, boy. RKO. RKO.
Out of nowhere.
We just RKO Lonice. Oh,
out of nowhere.
Shoot, man. Well, go ahead and get your Saturday on, man. I'm keep it on doing the domestic thing, man. Get this stuff cleaned up.
Yeah, gonna finish cleaning up all this Christmas junk. We celebrating old Christmas, ain't even in the old Christmas.
Man, you crazy, dude. Shoot, all right, man.
All right.
Yep.